Hey there, superstars. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I'm bringing you a message which has actually been inspired by kind of a combination from a bit of an event that I went to last night, coupled with a beautiful session that I just had with my group coaching clients who kind of triggered me to deliver this message for you guys, which is all about transforming judgment into connection instead of running away. And I want to dive into this one because I think it's one that we can all relate to. And I'll start off with telling you a story as to how today's topic came up. But ultimately, I was just in an amazing 2-hour group coaching session with my beautiful team who I absolutely love and adore. And one of the questions that came up, and one of my beautiful, amazing peeps in there asked me today was, am I ever shy? And it was kind of caught me off guard a little bit because I'm like, I don't really think of this myself as really a shy person. But then I figured out a way and I was kind of like, oh yeah, I can tend to be shy when I feel a sense of judgment. Say I'm meeting some new people and I feel like they're maybe just judging me, I can get a little bit shy, instead of, and because, this person who asked me was just like, I can't imagine you being shy at all. And I was like, well, you wouldn't see me as shy ever because I'm so connected to everybody who comes into my programs and everything. I'm in my absolute element. Like, we're talking about stuff that I feel is most important and valuable and meaningful, and I get to connect with beautiful like minds, and we just kind of connect with one another and we attract one another, so it's easy not to be shy and to be all of who I am. But it triggered me to think about a scenario that just happened last night. So what happened was, as you guys, if you watched my Facebook Live yesterday, you knew that I was actually on my way out to go and watch Survivor, the first episode, at a restaurant because my cousin's wife has actually been a contestant in the show for the last couple of months, unbeknownst to us. And it was the launch, the first of the season, and we all went to a restaurant and she gathered like a whole bunch of friends and family. I don't know how many people, maybe there was like 70 to 100 people. I can't really estimate it exactly. But anyway, I went and there was a lot of people I didn't know. And so I got talking with different people and meeting different people. And there was this one woman in particular who instantly, there was just this kind of like, I just sensed like she just saw me and she just instantly judged me, right? So we can all sense the energy and what's going on. And even though she was very, very nice, I could sense that she was kind of sizing me up and kind of judging me. And she probably thought, who's this blonde piece who's like all bubbly and like, does she have a brain or whatever she was thinking, right? And I could sense that. And my past self might have just retreated from that. My past self might have been like, oh, okay, that person doesn't like me. I'm just going to put my energy towards the people who do like me and I can feel more comfortable, right? But instead, we were kind of shoved into this kind of corner and so I decided I'm not going to do that, and I'm actually going to give this woman an opportunity to learn more about me, and I want to learn about her. So I just consciously decided I'm going to transform this judgment into connection because I'm going to find common ground. Because anytime anybody is judgmental of something negatively, it's because they are focused on all the differences and they're not focused on the similarities. And what creates the connection between us is when we find all those similarities, all those things that I have and you have and I've experienced and you've experienced and all this sort of stuff, and that's what establishes that real connection. Whereas the judgment is coming from sizing people up and seeing how they're different and seeing how they're different to us. And then we get all judgmental and then we cut off the connection. All right. So I decided instead of like buying into this judgment and just letting that be the case, and I decided I'm going to transform it into connection. And it just so happened, it started off with me just, asking her a whole bunch of questions and kind of just fascinating over her and her life and showing interest. And I was genuinely interested because, as you guys know, I absolutely love nothing more than fascinating over human beings, learning about who they are, and I don't know, it just juices me. So for me, it was very authentic for me to be fascinating over this woman, but it allowed me to understand and uncover our connection pieces. And it just so happened that she actually used to be a life coach, and she loves the work of Tony Robbins. And so, as you guys know, I absolutely love Tony Robbins. I wouldn't be where I am today without that incredible man. And so we got into this real conversation that actually allowed us to connect with one another, and to dissipate the judgment and actually shift that into connection. And that is the power of not running away from challenging circumstances or running away from your fears, but actually stepping forward and looking at it as an amazing challenge of connection. And so I really hope that this message kind of just gets you thinking about how much of life and people, and particularly when you're meeting new people, are you fixated on the differences versus finding the similarities, finding the common ground. And at the end of the day, the more experiences you throw yourself into in this world, the more it opens up your perception and the more connection pieces and similarities you can find with the most diverse people on the globe. So I hope that this message inspires you to, if you find yourself finding more differences and similarities, and that's your tendency, when you meet new people or when you're just connecting with people, you kind of get a bit judgmental and you kind of just see all the differences and whatever. I challenge you to get out and experience life a little bit more, because that is what will open you up to seeing the similarities. It's only when we get out and we experience and we meet different cultures and we go and experience stuff that we wouldn't otherwise do, and we go and do this crazy adventure over here, that we actually get to rub shoulders with people that we might have before judged. And we have the experience now to have expanded our mindset to be like, oh, like you're into that. I kind of get that because I've had an experience with that. Rather than you're into that, that's weird. I never want to do that. And so at the end of the day, one leads to fulfillment. One just leads us to kind of separation and loneliness at the end of the day. So if we want to be connected and fulfilled and, learn more from other people and get juiced in our connections and our relationships, then go and experience the world and choose to find the similarities as opposed to the differences. Hope this has served you guys. So I definitely want to check in with you guys. If you got any questions or comments or feedback or words of wisdom or anything that you want to share with our incredible team, gosh, I love you guys. I'm in a real state of gratitude and appreciation today because I got to do something that I absolutely love, which was my group coaching session with my beautiful, amazing team. You guys know who you are. I so appreciate each and every one of you guys. And if you guys aren't currently part of the masterclasses, I would encourage you guys to just check out the link, see if it's for you. And I won't disappoint. I'm all about adding value to you. So I would love to have you part of the team and come in to learn about all things in all areas of intelligence, from your spiritual intelligence, creating more meaning and fulfillment in your life, your intellectual intelligence, getting on path with your finances, with your business, with your mission direction there, your body intelligence, looking after your health and your vibrance and your energy, and also in your emotional intelligence in relationship with self, absolutely most important, and also with your relationships and attraction with others. So if that is juicy and interesting to you and you want to go through the best of the best trainings, I am absolutely the personal development guinea pig and junkie, as you guys know. And I take all these trainings and learnings and I use them on myself and I use them with clients and I work out what is the best of the best and will give you the biggest bang for your buck in terms of personal development. And I simplify it and I systemize it and I make it super actionable and fun. And I'd love to deliver that to you. If you're currently not part of the masterclasses, you've got to come and join us. And everybody who is part of the masterclasses, I love you guys. And I love getting your feedback and I'm really always grateful to connect with you. So let me check in. I've got Mitke and Sam. Awesome. I can't believe you. I always am surprised when you're not sick of me, Sam. I love it. And Jeannie and Elliot and Huss is in the house. Yay. And Victoria and Yabays and Sam, looking so elegant. Thank you, my friend. I always appreciate your beautiful compliments. And Peter's here. And Frank. Thank you, Frank. I so appreciate you. And hello to you, Victoria. And Jussie's here. And John, much love to you, my friend. And Sharat. Awesome. And Sam, you rock, superstar in the group coaching. Thank you for your vulnerability and authenticity, and right back at you. You guys are rocking my world. I had a bit of a challenge like deciding what topic I wanted to do today, because I almost wanted to go in the direction of just how beautiful it is to connect with people who are courageously open and vulnerable from that place of strength. You know, it is, I really do believe it's humanity's greatest strength is to be vulnerable. And you can only grow and progress when you're willing to acknowledge how things really are and then direct yourself towards a better future, you know, but you can't do that. You can't get anywhere unless you own where you are and you share openly and authentically with people who can help you and support you and care about you and have your back. And that's what our team is all about. And I so appreciate you, Sam, because you absolutely rock it when it comes to vulnerability, authenticity, energy, connection. I just love you, and you know. And John, well, I was shy as a kid. Yeah, John, definitely, you know, and the reason why this shy question came up was because I was sharing with my group that over the last weekend when I was up in Sydney, I learned a bunch of processes that I'm going to be using with my coaching clients. And one of them was how to clear shyness so that you no longer have to be trapped within it. You know, and you can use it for all sorts of different things. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now, but absolutely. So many of us get caught up in shyness, but what shyness really is you handballing, you know, your self-worth to other people. You're waiting for other people to make it safe enough for you to be you, you know, and of course we're going to experience that as children, but as we grow up and we evolve and, you know, we become adults and we become more emotionally intelligent, we need to be able to shift out of that, take back that power and go, you know what? I have no reason to be shy because I am who I am, and nobody needs to make it safe enough for me to be authentically me. And that is coming from a place of strength. And I so love that you shared that, John. Absolutely. And Lily's here, and Mohsen, wishing you a happy day as well. And Mohammed, hello to you. And Sam, how did it go, Survivor? Yeah, it was really good. So Shan, my cousin's wife, she's amazing. She didn't get too much airtime on the first episode because there's actually, I think it's because there's actually a lot of celebrities. So there's two teams. I'm just learning. So all you Survivor peeps, you already know this, but there's two teams. She's on the champions team, which they're all people who are highly successful in their field. So she's a Crown prosecutor, lawyer, incredibly successful in her field, but she's not known in the public eye. Whereas she's with Shane Gould, who's an incredible Australian Olympian swimmer, you know, and she's got, you know, up in her team, she's got the commando from The Biggest Loser, you know, she's got some cool, like amazing celebrities, you know, in that team with her. So I'm pretty sure the first episode, she kind of got cut out a little bit, but apparently tonight's episode, I didn't know it was like on like 4 times a week or something. So oh my God, it's going to blow my mind. But apparently she's on it much, much more tonight. So I can't wait to see more of that. And yeah, it was really cool because we had a bit of Q&A with her before the episode started, and we were throwing all sorts of cool questions at her regarding her experience. And yeah, it was really, really fun and really, really cool. So it was fun. And John, you're lovely, cool, and beautiful. Oh, John, you're touching my heart, my friend. I so appreciate your kindness, and I love having you here. And Diaz is here, and I'm not sure. Maybe I should be calling you Namal. Sorry about that. And Sam, you're so empathic. You sense energy so quick. Oh, thank you, Sam. I so appreciate that. And yeah, I think most of us can pick up on like energies before we know. It's kind of like why we go, I don't really like that person and I don't really know why. Or I actually really love that person and I don't know why. But it's kind of like this energy. There's so much more at play than, what people say and how they, move their bodies and whatever. There's absolutely that energy going on. And I so appreciate that, Sam. Thank you. And I know you're that way absolutely as well. And John's here. And Victoria, I'm loving that you're finding this an awesome idea. And Judy's here. And T2 and Gary and Bina, you're so welcome as always, beautiful. And Sam, how did you balance your energy to connect with her, coming from that elevated judgmental energy? Yeah, so the way that I tend to do it is I actually just kind of, I just get really super interested in the other person. So instead of going inside and taking things personally and worrying about the judgment, which isn't going to do anything but make you retreat, I just got out of myself and I got into her perspective. And in order to get into another person's shoes, you want to learn about them. You want to learn about how they think, what they find interesting, what makes them tick, and so I just asked her a lot of questions just from a non-judgmental place, from a place of just pure fascination and interest and getting beyond my own fears and insecurities of somebody judging me, because at the end of the day, I know who I am and I love who I am. And if somebody I don't know is judging me, it says nothing about who I am and everything about their current emotional state. And so if I am in that moment, maybe the more emotionally intelligent person in the combination, it's my job to be a leader, and it's my job to to just step out of that back and forth and the drama of it and actually get beyond it by taking her defenses down, by actually just being super interested in her, because that judgment can oftentimes come from more of a masculine energy. And this is top of mind with you, Sam, because you just come through the masculine and feminine energies group coaching session. But that can be kind of like that separation can be more masculine, and feminine is more collaborative, and connected. So instead of hitting her back with her masculine energy and getting more judgmental and separating, which is only going to end terribly, I just shifted into my feminine energy and got really interested and wanted to receive everything that she could offer me, and from that place, I was able to take down her defenses a little bit, and connect with her. And, everybody's favorite topic is themselves, so if you get people talking about what they love and what they're most inspired by and, what they value, you're going to open them up, and that's what we want when we want to connect. So hope that helps, Sam. And Tahir's here, and Cruant, I'm loving that you're finding this awesome, and thank you for sharing with us. Very lovely to know. I have learnt a lot from you. Cruant, I am so excited to hear that, my friend, and thank you so much for being here and for sharing that feedback. That's why I show up and do what I do, in the hope that it can add some value to you. So I really appreciate that and love it. Thanks. And Jeannie, I'm loving that this is very true for you. And Elvira from Win News Canberra. Oh, that's so cool. That's so funny. I love it. Love having you here. And so cool. And Jeannie, you are a goddess. Thank you, Jeannie. I so appreciate your kind compliments, my friend, as always. And Sam, do you feel in connection, interrogated if someone keeps asking you never-ending questions? Yeah, so you got to be cautious. Actually, when I was saying that, I was thinking you've got to be cautious about the questioning. So it's not about just asking question after question after question. It's about going with the flow of communication. So I tend to, start off with asking something, just general about somebody. And then from there, go because she is in a really fascinating job that she just started a month ago. And I was super interested in it, just genuinely interested in it. So I just asked, what's it like? And, and different pieces, just picking up from her language what was interesting to her. So people tend to be oh my God, over questioned, because you're asking them questions that they don't find valuable. You're asking them questions that you find valuable. So the way you don't over question people is by asking them a general question and then following the flow, picking up on what's really interesting to them, what matters to them, and then guiding your questions in that route. So I hope that's helpful to you, Sam. And Edgar's here sending love from Chihuahua. As always, I love it. And sending you some right back from beautiful sunny Aussie. Thanks, Edgar. And Victoria, my biggest weakness from my old self is to think I'm not quite as good as everyone else. At times I slip back into that and I feel unliked. This is such a great way to push past that habit and stay in alignment with my true self. Beautiful, Victoria. You're such a beautiful soul, and I'm so grateful to be connected with you, and I love having you in the masterclasses, and I absolutely love your self-awareness around that and owning that, courageously and openly, owning that you have had a challenge in that route. And you know what? Every single human being walking the face of the planet, the number one fear is that they're not good enough in some way, shape, or form. Every single one of us, no matter how far down the timeline of your self-development you are, there's always another element of like questioning whether you're good enough in some regard. But instead of making that fear forcing you to play small, can I speak today? Instead of that, using it as a pathway forward to go, I'm feeling a bit of sense of doubt in this realm. What is that telling me? How can I grow in this realm so I don't have to be stuck in that fear? Moving toward it rather than retreating. And I love that today's, what I shared with you and how I sort of worked through that is helpful to you. Beautiful. Thanks, Victoria. And Sam, I love your guinea pig adventure. It's a never ending. I love it too. And Simon's here and Haru and David's here and Darren. What's the difference between wet dream and dry dream? And how do you start a dream? Okay, Darren, that's a really funny, interesting question that you've just popped up there. I don't really know what you're talking about there. But you've really put me on the edge there. I'm not sure. But Haru is here. Shine on, Divine One. Gratitude. Thank you, my friend. And absolutely. And Fazia's here. And Edgar. Love your message, Vanessa. You rock, superstar. Thank you for empowering message. Always, Edgar. So appreciate you. And Sam, thank you so much for the reflection, kindness, and appreciation. You deeply touch my heart. So much gratitude and honor. I love you too wholeheartedly. Always, Sam. You're such an amazing team player. I love having you on my team and in my life. So you're a superstar. And Nick's here. Awesome to see you. And Neil's here. Awesome. Yay. And Sonula and Eduardo and Victoria. Love this. I love that you love it. Much love to you, Victoria. And Haas. Awesome. Love your courage and perspective. Sometimes it's so easy to write off a potential connection if we sense that another person is judging us or seeing us in a negative way. Great lesson to stay open and find common ground for a connection. I think it's great that you live your life in constant awareness of your higher self and pushing yourself to live in your highest values so you can be an inspiration for others. You rock, V. Happy to hear the event went so well too. Oh, so much love for you, my friend. I wish I could reach in and give you a great big hug. I so appreciate your kind words and always love having you here and sharing your journey with all of us. And absolutely, I love that this has resonated and you rock us. Much love to you. And Randy's here. Awesome. And Elliot, hello to you. And Randy, hey, Vanessa, been out of the loop. I'll Facebook message you. Love to see you. Awesome, Randy. Yes, I've missed you over the last few days, I think. So great to have you back, and I'll look forward to your message. And Robert's here as well, and Nick. Awesome. I definitely can relate to this subject matter, learning to float between masculine and feminine communication. Awesome. Listening helps. Lol. Absolutely. I love that this is resonating with you, Nick, you superstar, you, and I love having you here. And Josh is here as well. Yes. And Sam, amen. Love your feedback about creating connection from interest and flow. You're amazing in creating connections and relationships. So appreciate you, Sam. Thank you for reflecting that back, my friend. And yes, I love that. And Shai's here and Madeline. You are a blessing. Love from Sweden. Oh, you're so kind. And I know you just had your birthday a couple of days ago. So I know I wish you a happy birthday, but happy birthday again, beautiful soul. And from beautiful Sweden, which I can't wait to get to one day. Don't know when, but I'd love to. And Victoria, great way to choose uncertainty instead of being trapped in certainty. Abso-freaking-lutely. You got it, Victoria, and I love that you're on that journey. One of the most powerful journeys you can ever have is swapping your need for certainty and control for uncertainty and unknown. You know, that's where the realm of possibilities resides, you know, and that is what allows us to access our limitless potential. So nothing better than that. I love that. Thanks, Victoria. And Nick, great to hear your words. They resonate well with my soul. Oh, I love hearing that, Nick. Thank you so much, my friend. I love, love, love having you here. And beautiful Dawn's in the house, and Alex and Nick, much love and connection. Much the same to you. All right, everybody just joining me now. I really hope that you catch today's recording and you get a ton of value from today's message, and it helps you instead of retreating from, you know, fearing judgment or sensing that somebody's judging you who doesn't even know you. Instead, I challenge you to transform it into connection by finding the common ground and working on the similarities instead of what they're doing, which is focusing on the differences that are creating the disconnection and the judgment. All right, and Ben's here as well. Awesome to see you. And and Victoria. Oh yeah, so excited to run away from certainty as much as possible. Boom, I love that, Victoria. Can't wait to hear more about how you're going with that. And as always, guys, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, just like you superstars. And I've so appreciated having each and every one of you guys here. Thanks for commenting and connecting to the conversation. I absolutely get so energized by it. So much love and appreciation for each and every one of you guys. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow and hopefully in the masterclasses. Next masterclass coming up in 2 beautiful weeks. I got so much in store for you. Hope to see you there. I'm sending you all of my love and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. And hey to Mary, and much love to you, Huss. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.